Okay. So now we are going to talk about the delete activity. What do you mean by delete activity? So basically, delete simply means that it will do some kind of deletion. It will remove something, okay, permanently. For example, if you want to remove any data, delete any data, right? The data is already archived. What do you mean by archive methodology? For example, uh, imagine we have some input containers, right? And everyday file comes and stored in input container. Okay, then what will happen? We have 365 days in a year. Okay, and in every day, imagine every 5 hours the file is coming, or every 4 hour file is coming. So 6 times in one day, the file is coming 6 times. Okay, and if we multiply this 365 with the 6 time, what will happen? These many files will be stored unnecessarily. Our volume will increase to 2190 files will be stored per year. If I keep on retaining these files in my input container, what will happen? My memory size will increase unnecessarily, right? So but we cannot delete also, because tomorrow if we have to find out, right? So the concept is, we are having a concept of archiving. The archiving simply means that you should take the backup somewhere else in some other database. If you want, you can take the backup of these files somewhere else, and then after loading, you should delete from these containers so that your container will become clean. Okay, so for this thing we are using delete activity, that after archival, if you want to delete some containers, empty some container, we can do that. If we have to delete some particular file, that also we can do that, right? And the best thing is that ADF Azure gives a functionality in the copy activity also, but you have not seen that functionality so far in the copy activity, because inside copy activity we have only for binary options we have this functionality. For example, you have done the copy activity for CSV file, you have done the copy activity for Excel file, you have done the copy activity for multiple other file systems like JSON, AVRO, Parquet file, right? But none of their copy activity will be having that functionality. Only binary copy activity is having that functionality. For example, let me, walk you through that stuff. For example, imagine, let's forget about this delete right now. Okay. And what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to do a copy activity. Okay, and using this copy activity, if I if I choose any of the options, like for example, let's choose this delimited text one. Okay, so if you go, you don't have any options like delete option is there, right? But at the moment, if you select any data set, okay, for binary one, okay, this is of type dataset of type binary one. I don't know which file or folder it is pointing. If I want to check, I can just hit on open, and I can see this is pointing to my output container. Okay, so if I want to make this thing, for example, as a source, as an output, so you can see this option, delete files after completion. So this option will only come in the binary type of copy activity. Okay, so if I put my cursor on this eye icon, I can see what it is mentioned: the files on the source data store will be deleted right after being moved to the destination store. For example, if I want to create one archive folder, imagine, okay, and I'm going to create an archive folder. So, but remember, if your source is of binary type, we have already discussed, sync should also be of type binary, right? So for example, if my source is binary, then I should go to ADLS Gen 2 and we'll have to select a binary option. Okay, and I can select my link services. As of now, I don't have any container available, so I'm going to create a container known as archive. Okay. uh, and this is of type binary, so I'm not giving any file name. Okay, so let's create this one. Okay, so if I hit on this button, right, which button it is, if I hit on this delete after completion, so what will happen? At the moment this copy activity get completed, all the files from this Okay, there is some problem. Wait. Hold on, guys. Just a second. Yeah. Mm. Let me open the new tab. Okay. And I can show you what I can show you. I can show you my storage account. This is my storage account. Okay. And in this storage account, I can go to my container. Where is my container? This is my container. And in this container, I can show you this is the, my, okay, there are so many files. Let's not disturb everything. So what I should do? Okay, but mhm. Okay. Anyways, I'm going to create one output delete, something like that. Okay. Let's create an something like delete, and let's upload some files here. Any files. Let's put that file here. Upload, and that's it. So I need to change my source now. I'm going to cross this and I'm going to create a new data set, and this data set is of type binary and pointing to my newly created container, right? So I have selected a binary type of data set. I'm choosing my link services here, and I'm going to choose my newly created this one. I'm not selecting any file. Okay, that's it. So you can see whatever data we have in this, right? So what if I have not selected any file, what I have to do, I have to select a wildcard path, right? So the file name should be blank, like should be star, means it will delete, move everything and copy everything, right? For example, if you want to upload more data inside it, you can upload also to test this functionality once again, right? So let's okay, let's do this. There are so many files, customer alter deletion, something like that. Okay, I'm just randomly putting the files inside it. Okay, so both the files is CSV, but we can have multiple type of file system also. There is no problem. So basically, this binary 3 is pointing to my newly created container, which is known as delete container, and inside delete container we have two CSV files available. Okay, now I have kept star because I have not given any file name, because I want to make this delete folder empty after doing the copy activity. Okay, so what I will do, I will click on this checkbox, delete files after completion. So once it is completed, entire file from this location will be deleted. From this delete folder, it will be deleted. Now where I want to do the copy. So basically I want to do the copy because my source is binary. So my sync should also be in binary. So I am going to create a container on a runtime basis, which is known as archive container. Right now, if you see, we don't have any archive container named. If you see, there is no archive container, but when it triggers, it will move everything into archive container and make my input container free. Okay, so I did not mention any file name also, because I want to keep the data moved as it is with the same name of file. Okay, so let's now trigger this out. So I'm going to trigger this. So what it will do, it will copy all the data starting from, because we have only two files, right? And after completion of this job, it will delete the files from there. You can see it is succeeded now. Now let's see what has happened. So if you see here, if I refresh, the new container should be created, and the new container archive is created now. If you go inside it, you can see both the files are there. Okay, because this was file earlier present where in my delete container, right? So I should go and check in delete container whether it is automatically deleted or not. Yes, it is automatically deleted, right? So this is the method of setting up the archive mode. Okay, so I hope this is clear.